Previously on the Frontier Farmer.
The wheat in Burfield is all ready to harvest now. Barley is also ready to harvest in field number 4. Yes, this is of course going to harvest our wheat and our barley, but is also going to bale at the same time. There we go, so we can get our barley deposited into the silo. We can crack on with harvesting our wheat, and then that'll be the 2 harvests. Shut the harvester off and keep it ready for when our canola is ready to harvest next month. So here it is, our lovely new telehandler. Crank the diesel engine. Superb. I think there's 5 bales from each field, and I'm going to try and do 2 at a time. Over the bridge, and here we are. A massive mess of logs. 443,230 litres of wood. Next month is probably going to be another harvest, and potentially on to building some of our industry sector. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Frontier Farmer at the Dark Forest. It's now August, and as you can see I'm down at the settlement utilising the gas pump to fill up a new barrel that we'll need at the homestead, because I think the combine needs some fuel. But we're going to hop in and drive back, but hold on. Looks like there's a bit of a gathering over here, and a little bit of a commotion. Let's see what's going on. Hey guys, what's up? Alright, calm down for 1 second and let me try and explain. I was hoping that the Forestry Commission was going to have some materials over to me already for us to set up some factories for you guys to work in, but it seems like that hasn't happened, and when I last spoke to them, they did say that they were trying to tackle a much wider and more important issue in the Dark Forest. I don't know what that is, but they've obviously been delayed. So let me see what I can do today with what resources I've got available, and we can see if we can set something up for you guys to work in. How does that sound? Okay, try not to worry. I've got a busy day on the homestead and a harvest to do, but I will get back to you later this afternoon and we can start getting some things sorted. Alright, see you soon. Oh, well those guys do not sound very happy at all. I guess they moved here a long time ago and frustration has got the better of them now. They've been looking for somewhere to work and for something to do in the Dark Forest. They were obviously promised some constructive and honest work, but that hasn't happened. So there's only so much chatting, walking around and exploring that they can do. They really want to get on with doing something, and I don't blame them. And the Forestry Commission have not delivered any materials as yet, and the last time I spoke to them, yep, as mentioned, they did mention that they were tackling some sort of wider problem in the forest. They wouldn't really give me any details, so I'm a little bit alarmed. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but seems for now we are on our own, and we might have to just crack on and set up the productions and factories on behalf of our settlers. We were doing a lot anyway, so yeah, perhaps if we can just crack on with it, then we've got more of a say in what we can do, and the Dark Forest Forestry Commission can't really get in and meddle. Right, so I wanted to put a fuel barrel in here, and that's because we need to refuel the harvester. And I have put in an order for a turbo, which is in this nice box that got delivered. And that's hopefully going to give the harvester a little bit of a boost because it is a little bit slow. So we'll get that fitted later and see how we do. But for now, we've got to tend to our animals yet again because they've been pretty healthy and happy for a long while, but they do need some more attention. So I'm going to get busy tending to all the animals, make sure they've got everything they need, and I'll see you once we've got that all sorted. Closing up, and that's all the animals tended to quite nicely. Gotta say, the horses are very well behaved when I'm working in and around the stables. They like to stay put. I think they know they're well looked after here. That's the horses, the cows, the pigs and the sheep all seem to, and of course the chickens. I think I just need to give this a little bit of a nudge, make sure the grass is loading in there. Yep, everyone is happy, which is very good news. And that means we can crack on with our harvest. It is canola and it is from field 3. And as you can see, it's turned a nice golden colour from the nice yellowy flowers that were here last month. So all ready to harvest. But before we harvest, we do just need to trade in the turbo on the harvester and see if that is going to make any difference to our ability to work a bit faster. Fire it up into action. Better get the header raised. And yeah, this has been parked for a little while now, since last month when we did the other harvests, barley and wheat. And the idea is that we're going to leave the field prep till probably springtime, I think, because we want to put in some crops that we can drill at springtime. And it also means that we can keep ourselves busy after winter has worn off. Let's reverse in here and we can see about getting the turbo replaced, and we can also refuel using our new barrel because, yep, we are running a bit low. Right, turbo fitted, and we've refueled, used the whole barrel, so we can get fired back up now. And I'm hoping this is going to vastly improve our harvesting speed. We will have to wait and see how we get on. Yeah, a little bit of a noticeable difference off the mark, so that is good. And yes, ultimately this will just speed up our harvests, make us more productive. And I can't get started with the harvest without our trailer nearby, so I need to go grab the IFA truck and trailer. Leave the harvester running to warm up. Trusty IFA and trailer once again. And I think we'll park down here. Hopefully we can make it round this far. Right, we are back in so we can get fired on. No straw as byproduct from the canola, so yeah, we're not going to be making any bales. But we can get started. We'll go this way round so the auger pipe is on the outside. And yeah, we'll see how we perform. Pulling round and unloading the last bit of canola. Now unfortunately the header got a little bit sticky on the last very thin row, so I did run over a little bit of it, but never mind. And I think performance wise we didn't really see much of an improvement on the harvester, which is a shame, so it might just be down to configuration as to why we were not operating a little bit faster. So I'll have to tweak it, and hopefully between now and later in the year, once we've got the soybean harvest ready in Stone End Field, then we can see if we can get this harvester running a little bit faster. So not problem solved, but hopefully problem to be solved once we can get it nicely configured. Let's drop the header off and then we can park up the harvester, because it will be a couple of months before our soybean harvest. Snuck in at an angle here for the header, and we can get parked up and then come back and see how much canola we've got. Header parked up, and we can park up the Rostelmash Neva, or the Neva Diva as I like to call her. Right, that is the harvesting all done. Now it's probably worth mentioning that I'm going to save the mulching of the stalks from our canola, our barley and our wheat and the soybeans once we've harvested them until that soybean harvest is done, so we can do it all in one foul swoop. But yes, there's lots of stalks here to be mulched, and then they can sort of rot into the ground over winter once they get a little bit wet, and that will add to the yield. Right, let's see how much canola we have got. 7,449, not a bad haul. Canola always does yield a little bit less than wheat, barley and other crops, and that's because it's worth a little bit more. And then soybeans is very much the same, it tends to yield less but it is worth more. But the destination for this canola is up Windmill Hill, where we can drop it in there and get it turned into canola oil. And that is going to be sold to our settlers once again. And in fact, we'll probably get it delivered there by one of the settlers who's going to be working busily. But yeah, I need to get this hatch open and drop the canola in. Bit of an awkward angle, but we can get it in there. And we have unlocked the windmill, so it will turn in the wind now and convert our canola into lovely canola oil. Fantastic. So we can park up the truck and trailer, and that's the animals all tended to and our canola harvest taken care of. So I think finally we can refocus and go and help out our settlers who are desperate for some work and see about constructing some factories for them to work in. And we'll be using the resources available to us, our money and our wood and building materials to make that happen. Park the IFA up there, and I think we'll jump in the Iveco actually, because this looks quite suited to being on a construction site. There we go. So yeah, we're not collecting any building materials, but we are going to be busy at work constructing. And just looking at the silage train, that reminds me at some point we're going to have to do another total mixed ration recipe for the cows to fill up the mixing wagon. But we'll cross the bridge into the settlement and see about creating some places for our settlers to work. Don't worry guys, we're here to sort you out. So we'll park up here and I'm going to get busy constructing with what resources and money I've got available. It's not going to be a complete industry sector, but it's going to be a start. Okay, so we have finished constructing and I've gone as far as I possibly could with the money I've got available. We're down to $44,000, so I was unable to afford a dairy, but we will build one in the future. And yeah, I guess because we have put all of our money into this, we really do own this production area. It's nothing to do with the Forestry Commission, so it's going to be earning us a good amount of money. And I'll start by looking at what we've got here. This is, as promised, a different sawmill to what we have at the farm. Let's take a look at what it can do. So ironically, this is called the farm sawmill, and it takes wood as the incoming material, no surprise there. And it can make wood planks, and it can make furniture. So it does actually double up as a carpentry, which is pretty handy, and it was a very good price. So we've of course got the other building materials being made at the Homestead sawmill. So we've just got planks and furniture being made here, which is going to serve us quite well. So that's good. Now over here we have 3 productions. I'll start with the furthest one because I think this is the biggest and more important of the 3. This is our paper factory, and this is going to make paper and I think it's cardboard. Aha, it's actually called carton roll. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's what they make those milk and juice cartons out of. But yes, we can make paper roll and carton roll, and all we need in here is wood. So another wood-based production, which is pretty good. And I think paper and carton sells for a good price. So that is good news. McCallum Paper Company. So yes, this is a franchise that we have procured, and we are going to be making some good money from paper and carton. Next we have the wood turning workshop. Let's have a look at what we can build. Lots of stuff from here. So we can make staircase railings, we can make pepper grinders, and we can make bowls out of either just wood or from planks long. I think we'll just make it from wood because that's going to be a bit simpler for us to input. But yeah, staircases, pepper grinders, and bowls. And third and final production is the natural pet comforts, where we can make pet accessories. Let's have a look. Of course, our settlers do have pets, and we want to be good to the birds in the forest, so we can make bird houses, cat trees, and dog houses. And whatever we have surplus of, we will obviously ship back to the closest cities and towns. So yeah, I think we'll be good to make this. This does require planks long and wool to make most of these. Okay, it's just planks for the birdhouse and the doghouse, but the cat tree does need wool. And we've of course got wool from our sheep, so this is why I chose the pet accessories factory. And as this takes planks long, what we can do is we can set our sawmill at the homestead to distribute to here, and that'll effectively be Tim doing deliveries over here for us, which is pretty handy. So there we go. I hope you agree that's a fair start to our industry sector. We've got 4 places for our settlers to get to work, and there's only going to be more to come in the future. So yeah, we've got space for a lot more once we've got some good money. And I'm thinking a dairy to make use of the milk, and of course probably some other wood-based productions that we can spin off the ones that are here. But next job is getting all the stuff supplied. So I'm going to hop in the truck and we'll go get the timber trailer so we can drop some wood off. So we want this trailer here so we can get wood loaded on. And I think we'll have to take the wheel loader and get one of our settlers to load us up. Bit tight negotiating this bridge, but I think we can do it. We've made it over here so we can get some wood loaded up. So brought the wheel loader over, and oh, there we go. I think our first worker is here who's going to help us load up. So we can just leave the wheel loader here, and I think this is Derek. Nice one, Derek. Thanks for getting stuck in, and I think you're going to be in charge of the sawmill and the wood storage yard over here. So yeah, I'll just get the truck in position and you can load us up. Quick cup of tea and a comfort break whilst we've been waiting for Derek to load up, and I think, crikey, he's already done. Jesus, Derek, you work fast. Good stuff. Right, let's have a look. Oh, he's loaded it up. Pretty tall, but I guess we've got a lot of wood to distribute. So we'll hop back in the Iveco, and good job that we've got Derek loading for us because it's going to make the job that much quicker. So we can spin on round here, and I think we'll probably drop the wood off up at the paper factory first of all, and then work our way back towards. So let's go down the road here. Now of course I am going to build this area up a little bit more as we get some more stuff. Maybe I'll put a central area and a place where we can... Oh dear, I can foresee a potential issue that Derek has given us, is that he stacked it slightly too tall so we can't make it underneath the walkway at the paper factory, which is interesting. So maybe if we unlatch we can just shunt these ones to the back. Yes, that'll work. And maybe some will fall off, maybe some won't, we will see. So we've managed to get some wood unloaded, mainly from the front compartment, which is pretty good. So we can set the paper mill off and running. So just shy of max fill, but we can activate the carton roll and we can activate the paper roll. And that's going to turn 400 wood into 215 carton and 525 wood into 230 paper. And we're storing it so we can do some deliveries, and then we'll probably ask our workers after the first sale to take care of the deliveries and sale for us. Cool, that's working quite fast already. Alright, we can head off and turn around. This trailer is sometimes a little bit awkward to negotiate, so hopefully we can make it round this bend. Left enough space. Yep, I think we have. I have to extend the dirt road round to this side. Yeah, and you'll notice that it's all dirt roads. We haven't got any concrete or tarmac to be able to build proper roads. And I think next is the wood shop, the wood turning workshop. And I think the unload point is here. So let's see if we can unload. Right, that has taken the rest of the wood, so we'll see how much we got in there. Okay, we've got enough to get started, 22,000 litres. So I think we'll activate the staircase railing, the pepper grinder and the bowl, all for wood. So we're turning 100 wood into 220 staircase railing, 50 wood into 100 pepper grinders, and 150 wood into 150 bowls. Fantastic. Right, that's busy at work, so we better go fetch some more wood for the pet accessories production. Derek's done another fab job loading us up, so we'll take the next full load round to here, and whatever's left over I think we'll be putting into this sawmill to start that off and running. And I just reminded myself that the pet accessories is not going to take wood, it's going to take planks long, which we have asked Tim to come and deliver. So we can actually just take this wood straight to the sawmill and get that unloaded, and hopefully we can start making some planks and some furniture. We should be able to stash the wood by pressing this. There we go. And that's 48,000 litres in there. I think this takes about 100,000 litres. But we've got enough in there to get started, and we can get Derek to load the rest to make it nice and full. So we will activate wood planks, which is going to turn 3 wood into 4 planks and 0.15 wood chips. And for furniture, we are going to activate that and turn 4 wood into 5 units of furniture and 0.15 wood chips. So that is pretty good. Just brought some wool over from the sheep, and we can get our natural pet comforts started. And yes, Tim has delivered some planks long from the other sawmill. So it's not going to go very far because we've only got a few planks long, but we've got a bit of wool, so that's good. So we can activate the birdhouse, which is going to turn 150 planks into 200 birdhouses. We can activate the cat tree, which is going to use 90 planks, 100 wool to make 215 cat trees. And the doghouse, which is going to use 90 planks to make 95 doghouses. There we go. Alright, so quite a successful day, I'd say. And we've got our productions up and running now, so we can return to the homestead and they will busily make all of the different things. The furniture, the pet accessories, the wood goods, and of course the paper and the carton. And we can park the Iveco back next to its good old pal, the IFA. And what a productive day it's been, pardon the pun. We had to calm our settlers by giving them some work to do, and we have achieved that, although the bank account is not looking very good. Oh my god. Don't tell me that's the werewolf again. I wonder if that's what the Forestry Commission are having to deal with. They said they were dealing with a big problem, and they didn't really go into detail about what it was. I wonder if it's a werewolf problem. Time for a cup of tea to steady the nerves. But that is it for today. I hope you have enjoyed watching. If you have, remember to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you've got any tips, tricks or things you'd like me to do, then feel free to leave a comment. But all there's left to say is, I hope to see you again next time, and until then, I'll catch you later. Cheers all. Bye bye.